This man travels to another world and casually says,
God.
Then the whole lake dried up and became a desert.
Oh.
Then the trees grew at an incredible rate. Only then did he discover that Chinese is the ancient language of God in this world.
A group of young men and women who seemed to be in their mid-teens gathered in one place, waiting for the entrance test of the Red Rainbow sect. There was a stone tablet placed on a platform in the middle of the hall. It had pictures painted by the language of ancient deities on it. Just by taking one look, those with high comprehension can gain some insights. For those with poor comprehension, nothing will happen.
It should be our turn soon, right?
Seems so. I'm a little nervous. That ancient deity language is so difficult. I really have no confidence.
Me too. I don't know if I can pass.
The Water Cloud Dynasty. Su Tong. 轮到我了。
Su Tong walked up to the platform, casually looked at the so-called drawing of the ancient deity language. Immediately, he felt that his intelligence was being robbed on the ground.
吸收灵气。This. Can you understand the language of the ancient deities? Even the genius 20 years ago could only understand one character.
At this moment, Su Ju's heart could no longer be described as shocked. For the first time seeing the language of the ancient deities, could read it completely. How strong an understanding must one have to be able to do this?
Have you learned the language of the ancient deities before? No. No? This. Can you understand it? Of course. It's very simple. Next I will speak the language of an ancient god. Try to repeat it. 五虎起飞.
Oh, my god, so powerful. Is this the elder of the Kai Hong sect?
Try to repeat it once. 大鹏一日同风起，扶摇直上9万里。 This child, his comprehension ability is astonishing, nearly monstrous. No, it is monstrous. God bless my Qi Hong sect.
A guy from a low-level dynasty. How could he also be able to fly?
Is this the so-called defying the wind? Why did I fall down? You have insufficient spiritual energy. The spiritual energy absorbed in just an instant could only barely allow you to fly against the wind half a meter high. So that's how it is. 加倍吸收灵气。
这年轻人，我操！
This terrifying fluctuation of spiritual energy, I have only witnessed on a few of our ancestors. 还不够呀，3倍吸收灵气。The substantialization of spiritual energy. No, this is impossible. Sect Master.
How could there be such a terrifying fluctuation of spiritual energy on this lab?
Oh, so refreshing.
How did you manage to do it?
This written above is just the most fundamental cultivation formula. It surely can't cause such a powerful absorption speed, so I improved it a bit.
Modified.
Well, it's very simple.
Poser, 零件.
Don't think that being able to repeat the language of the ancient deities allows you to be so arrogant. This move of mine, have you comprehended it?
分解，
Wrong, completely different pronunciations. You really can't repeat it now. Impossible.
Is this also something you have comprehended?
Sort of. Just the reverse based on the language of the ancient deities he performed. 鸣枪. I really have witnessed what kind of monstrous comprehension ability it is.
From now on, will Sutong be an elder of my Qi Hong sect?
Elder.
Su Tong didn't expect that. The sect master of the Qi Hong sect actually offered him the position of an elder despite his recent exposure to spiritual energy. It's probably because of his comprehension ability.
Becoming an elder of the Qi Hong sect will enable one to better understand this continent and figure out what those so-called ancient deity languages are all about. I have long heard of the renowned Qi Hong sect. I have come today precisely with the intention of joining the Qi Hong sect. Since I have passed the test, I am naturally willing to join.
Today, our Qi Hong sect welcomes a new elder, Sutong from the Shuiyun dynasty.
Yes,
Yes,
sect
Sect
master.
Master.
Elder Sutong, I still have some things to ask you. Come with me. Elder Su, you should know why I have summoned you here, right? I'll just come straight to the point. Just now, the cultivation formula you comprehended outside. Can you hand it over to the Qi Hong sect?
This. I don't even know the name of the sect master. And you want me to hand over my cultivation formula?
This sect master is named Luo Zian. Now, can you tell me the cultivation formula?
Luo Xin, a nice name.
You!
Hold on, hold on. 3倍吸收灵气。
Sure enough, it has surpassed the middle grade spiritual level cultivation technique. It truly deserves to be the cultivation formula of the ancient gods.
Can it be repeated?
3倍吸收灵气。 The incantation you have comprehended. It is already comparable to or even surpasses the middle grade spiritual level cultivation technique of the Qihong sect. The language of the ancient gods cannot be repeated by all cultivators. Some cultivators do not have high comprehension abilities, can only repeat the most basic language of the ancient gods. But as the cultivation level rises, the most basic language of the ancient gods becomes insufficient. So that's why cultivation techniques were born, in order for those cultivators with lower comprehension abilities to also enhance their strength. Cultivation techniques are divided into 3 grades: mortal, spiritual, and divine, each with upper, middle, and lower ranks. Among the current Qihong sect, the highest level cultivation technique, just comparable to your previous sentence about the language of the ancient gods.
原来汉语这么秀的吗？
Although your comprehension ability is strong, your current strength is too low. It's estimated that quite a few people will make a move against you.
Well, I'm clear about that.
On the path of cultivation, one can be regarded as having truly embarked on the journey only when reaching the body tempering realm, according to the speed at which you are absorbing spiritual energy now. Without any accident, you will be able to step into the body tempering realm in a month. Become a true cultivator.
1 month. It's rather a long time. What if I continue to strengthen that ancient deity language?
What?
5倍吸收灵气。
This spiritual energy, it's too powerful. No way, you haven't yet reached the body refining stage. If such a massive amount of spiritual energy pours in directly, your body might not withstand it, and you could explode and die. You haven't yet reached the body refining stage.
没有想到这么大量灵气的灌入会这么疼。淬炼，淬炼。
After Su Tong shouted the ancient deity language, the massive spiritual energy originally pouring into his body immediately turned into a tiny white light. This is the refined spiritual energy, more solid, with the impurities completely removed.
How is this possible?
At this moment, Luo Xing felt that her years of cultivation experience had been overturned. She didn't understand the meaning of the ancient deity language that Su Tong shouted, because with her comprehension, she couldn't repeat those 2 words.
What is Su Tong's true background?
Sorry, I absorbed too much spiritual energy at once, and it took some time to refine it.
It's okay. The ancient deity language just now, you also comprehended that.
Yes, it was simple.
Indeed, comparing people only leads to frustration. Elder Su Tong, our sect has already prepared a room for you. You can follow the disciple to take a look.
Thank you, Sect Master. May I first visit the technique pavilion?
Of course.
長老、この第一層は最も基本的なコレクションです。また、心を込めて机と椅子を備えています。廊下を抜けると食堂でした。寝食を忘れて道の根を傷つけた弟子もいます。広間には上語が加持され、彼らの修練を護衛しています。
禁止嗑瓜子儿。
第2弾は凡級の霊技です。3階は霊級霊技や後方が収められている場所で、非化境に達した長老だけが上がることができます。
At this time, Su Tong hasn't even reached the body refining stage, but Su Tong wasn't interested in these techniques and spiritual skills. He just wanted to see the difference between these techniques, spiritual skills, and the ancient deity language.
云浪霸卷，名字倒是霸气，不过却只是凡级下品的功法。
Who is that? Is he looking at techniques like that?
He must have a new disciple. Does he really think it's like reading a book? 随便一对秀亏可以。He can't possibly understand it.
这写的也太复杂了，这么多文字汇聚成一句的话，应该是吸收水元素灵气。
How can a low-grade mortal technique cause such a disturbance?
That person doesn't seem to have reached the body refining stage.
原来如此，每一个人都拥有不同的属性，修炼不同的功法才能更快的增长。也不知道我属于什么属性，吸收火属性灵气。
What kind of monster is this? Water and fire are opposing elements, yet in his hands, they are as harmonious as a fish in water.
When attributes spiritual energy, how could it be? And it is not weaker than the previous 2.
Sunday attribute spiritual energy. Truly terrifying.
This body refining stage. In half a day, he broke through to the body refining stage.
Holy shit, too terrifying.
这便是淬体境吗？也不难踏入呀。 没意思。
数長老です。宗主様は試験殿にお呼びです。今年の弟子選びは終わりました。資質を試す必要があります。パトローネスとはこう言います。数長老も言ってみてもいいですよ。
Lead the way.
Sect Master, how can a newcomer who hasn't even reached the body refining stage be made an elder of the Red Rainbow Sect?
Yes, this matter is no joke.
Su Tong has an extremely high level of comprehension, able to correctly recite the ancient deity language from the most basic ancient deity language pattern. With such comprehension and talent, it should not be difficult for him to grow.
I didn't expect Elder Su Shu to speak well of me. Greetings, Sect Master.
Elder Su has arrived. Your strength. How is this possible?
How could this be?
Body refining stage.
Fellow elders, Su Tong reached the body refining stage in half a day from being an ordinary person. Who among you can achieve that? Such a monster. If not in our Red Rainbow Sect, you should understand what that implies.
Thank you, Sect Master, for your kindness. It was just a fluke.
This time, I invited Elder Su to test his attributes, to make it easier to choose a cultivation path in the future.
Thank you, Sect Master.
Let's go. Today, we have a new elder in the Qihang order. I'm certain you are aware of that. He is Elder Su Tong who accompanied you. It is worth noting that Elder Su Tong joined the Qihang sect only half a day ago and managed to reach the quenching body.
Oh my god, half a day? I pride myself. I'm like a mayfly before Elder Su.
Now, please ask Elder Su Tong to give you a demonstration. How to test attributes.
这便是测试杯，真有这么神奇
？Red glow, fire constitution.
Huh? Wood and fire dual attribute constitution. That's quite rare.
This is water constitution. How is that possible? Fire and water are incompatible. How can a person have both fire and water attributes, and with a 3-attribute constitution?
Throughout the history of the continent, there were only 3 of them. All of them were extraordinary and remarkable.
Have more 4-attribute constitution?
No.
A person's attributes can form a rainbow. It's truly terrifying.
Elder Su has 2 attributes, 3 attributes. All are powerful representatives. But if you have a whole body like yours instead, it becomes a liability. Manpower is sometimes insufficient. You should be aware of that. My advice, and that of the elders, you select 3 major attributes. What do you mean?
All cultivation, of course.
Su Tong, this is no jest. Perhaps you are not clear about what these 7 attributes signify. There are parts that complement each other, but there are also some differences. If anything goes awry, it's the fallout.
Achieving balance with 7 attributes is not necessarily impossible. 吞噬全属性灵气。
Is it divine practice?
Wrong. It is the language of the ancient gods, comparable to the practice of the gods.
炼化。
This way of cultivation has never been witnessed or heard of.
If we allow Elder Su to grow,
it is not impossible for the Qihang school to conquer the mainland in the future. The Grand Master. Full red rainbow up and down. Do your utmost to cooperate with Elder Su Tong. What do you need? Open the door.
在宗里不敢全力吸取灵气，这里的应该可以。终于不用影响到别人修炼了。10倍吞噬全属性灵气，灵气已经毫无增长了。这便是瓶颈吗？或许我可以试试这样突破，这就成了。半日淬体，2天半炼精，好像也还行。
Elder Su, please come to the council chamber.
Elder Su, your strength, refining environment.
The great elder has a discerning eye.
Elder Su Tong, you know the experience of new life.
No, what does that have to do with me? I don't think I have to.
Of course not. The Emperor has requested you to be the leading elder. Keep these disciples safe on the journey. I was worried you weren't strong enough. Several elders were also hesitant. Now it seems that we underestimated you. Another concern is that you're not familiar with the process. Then Elder Fei Jing of the Huaqi realm will lead the team. You can just be there to assist.
When do you depart?
A month later.
A month? That could allow for more growth.
this experience of the location of the demonic beasts. Most of the strength is in the physical environment. So unless it's a life and death situation, neither Elder Su nor I will.
Is that Elder Su Tong? Seems a little young.
They say he comes from a lower dynasty, but accidentally became a Red Rainbow Elder.
What do you mean by accidental? Shen Honghai, don't talk nonsense.
Elder Su Tong.
Something to do?
Disciple wishes to discuss with Elder Su Tong.
This is nonsense.
The disciples are not fooling around. There are just some matters I don't understand. I want to discuss them with Elder Su Tong in order to find a breakthrough.
Elder Su started late and has just entered the realm of refining. You are already at the middle stage of refining. Want to chat? Fight with me.
Disciple dare not.
All right. You want to play? Come on.
Elder Su.
It's okay. But a refined environment of 6 products. 小子，我只能说你路走窄了。
Elder Su Tong, please.
Calm down. Be alert. The Demon King of the 5 realms.
叶绰，敢伤我门人，已有取死之道。
Overestimating yourself. Human race kid, take action. Move it and I'll lose.
我操！你他妈的比我还壮！
Elder Su, this demon is called the Chanluo Illusionary Bull. Its skin and flesh are incredibly tough. Ordinary spells are almost useless against it.
还算有点本事，不过接下来可就不会那么轻了。
Kid, you dare face me head on?
爹才没那么傻，飞雷神2段，陈国汉大破坏头。
This. Is it really a Tianlu illusionary beast at the Cha transformation level? Elder Su is too powerful.
天罗甲，
没想到你这畜生也懂上古神语，不过很可惜你遇到了我。超认真一拳。太弱了。
Elder Su, thank you so much this time.
All for the Qihong sect. Almost forgot. I still have a match with this kid.
Disciple dares not. Please forgive me, Elder Su.
If I really lose to you, how will the elders of my sect face others? Here's some punishment. Remember this in the future. 练习150分钟。Elder Fei Jing, since this training is over, please take the disciples back to the Qihong sect.
What about Elder Su Tong?
This area has been investigated by the sect before, right? No matter how careless the scouts were, they couldn't have missed a high-level Qi transformation demon beast.
Elder Su Tong is right. Someone might be causing trouble in secret.
I sensed a strange fluctuation in the dense forest. I want to investigate. I'll leave the disciples to Elder Fei. 3位化气境6品强者，还有1位化气境3品，气息紊乱，似乎都有所受伤。
Young master, we succeeded. This time, we can definitely catch that beast.
Let's go. 看来他们发现了不得了的妖兽，好浓郁的雷属性灵气。化气境巅峰妖兽为何如今看起来虚弱不堪？灵宝，原来这便是我刚刚感知到的能量。It takes time to activate the beast binding rope. Lock it for me.
Yes. 众日三分。
卧槽，要自爆了！这妖兽自爆，威力倒是挺强。这家伙竟然还没死。Who are you？ 起风了，渔翁来收网了。还有一头，原来如此。这头妖兽是跑到这森林里面来生孩子的，天生雷属性就这么强。看样子你跟我颇有缘分，就跟着我吧。
阿门。
The young sect master's inner armor is a low-level spirit treasure. How could it be shattered like this? Notify the sect leader. Send people. Surround the forest. No one is allowed in or out. And search thoroughly. Don't miss any corner. Yes!
Who killed my son? I will tear them to pieces.